It's time to get that creative pencil out, ladies and gentlemen, because it's WWE Backlash 2025 in St. Louis, Missouri on Saturday, May the 10th. Match card predicted. That's right, WrestleMania was last weekend. We're recording before SmackDown, so let's go through 5 matches that I think will take place at WWE Backlash in St. Louis. No surprises, Randy Orton is on the poster, and of course he gave an RKO to John Cena on the Raw after WrestleMania. Everyone knew this match was going to happen at some point on John Cena's retirement tour, and it feels like the perfect placement here. John Cena, the 17-time world champion, going against St. Louis's own Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion, the closest to John Cena's record, who is still an active wrestler. Could Randy Orton make it 15 world championships at Backlash? Obviously, I think the short answer is no. I think John Cena will find a way, as he is now the heel, but it'll be an interesting dynamic with these two, because always in their rivalries over the years, John Cena was the babyface and Randy Orton was the heel. To see the roles reversed actually makes this match a bit fresher. Randy Orton is the babyface and of course picking up a decisive victory at WrestleMania over the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. Randy Orton just feels like the guy right now. He feels like he's got the crowd on his side, everyone's singing his theme song. It's going to be exciting to see this match go down. Wouldn't it be funny though if we go back into the vaults? I believe it was like a No Way Out, and I want to say 2008, maybe it was 2009, I'm not sure, but John Cena actually was slapped by Randy Orton, and Randy Orton intentionally got himself disqualified in a match to try and take John Cena out of a world title match at WrestleMania that year. Wouldn't it be funny if John Cena tried to do the same thing to Randy Orton all these years later in Randy's hometown? I wouldn't be surprised to see it go down, see the ref go for the DQ, and to see Nick Aldis come out and restart the match. That's something I wouldn't be surprised to see happen. But yeah, John Cena is the heel. He'll find a way to retain. And even though Randy probably is doing this for himself, he may also be doing this for Cody as well. Second match on the card is a tag team match, players. That's right, we've got the brand new Dangerous Alliance, the new Paul Heyman guys of Seth freaking Rollins and Bron Breakker, loving this, going against the team of Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Can they coexist? Yes, it's that classic telltale story that WWE loves to do with two singles guys that don't really get along but have a common goal to see if they can take down the other team, who are a cohesive unit. Now at this point, obviously Paul Heyman has portrayed both Roman Reigns and CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, aligning himself with Seth Rollins, and of course on Raw after Mania, Bron Breakker was the latest guy to align himself with the group, who of course Paul Heyman was actually in the corner of for one of Breakker's matches in NXT. I think we can get a similar thing here, because whilst people have linked this group to the Dangerous Alliance of 1992, which was Paul Heyman's big heel stable in WCW in 92, and they were like the main event guys going against Sting's group. Other people, they've linked this to Evolution. If you look back with Triple H, for example, back in the day, they're seeing that as the Seth Rollins from now. Paul Heyman is like the Ric Flair figure, as Flair did a lot of management. Occasionally was in ring, but he was more of the guy that was assisting Triple H at ringside, which Heyman could do going forward. Bron Breakker is seen as the muscle, like a Dave Batista, so who could beat that Randy Orton? What if Austin Theory breaks away from Grayson Waller, joins Paul Heyman's group, because Heyman has history with Austin Theory as well, called him one of the bright stars of the future at one of the final Evolve shows before WWE bought that company, and of course that then bring a full circle moment for Heyman and Theory. Heyman saying that Theory would be, along that line of a Heyman guy, if you will, and it certainly would link in well here if Austin Theory was to cost Roman Reigns and CM Punk this tag team match. Therefore, Paul Heyman's group of Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker would pick up the victory. Next, what will Cody Rhodes do after WrestleMania? Losing the WWE Championship to John Cena, it feels a little bit directionless knowing that Randy Orton will be the one going for Cena next. Well, for me, I'm going to insert one Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre is a bit of a troll who loves to kick people when they're down. So enter Drew McIntyre into a feud with Cody Rhodes. I think this one could be a lot of fun. For me, I would have Cody Rhodes picking up the victory because it's a redemption story after all, and you would imagine Cody at some point will get that rematch against John Cena. Following that, I've got the Women's World Championship on the line. Io Sky defending against Rhea Ripley. Io walked away from WrestleMania victorious over both Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, but she pinned Bianca Belair in that triple threat match and not Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley did lose the title to Io Sky earlier this year. Some would say that was because of Bianca Belair. Well, Belair is no longer in the picture now. She's back on SmackDown, and Rhea Ripley did kind of assist Io Sky on the Raw after Mania, protecting her from a beatdown, but she did also touch the Women's World Championship, which would suggest we may just get this match one more time. I have a feeling Rhea Ripley will be champion once again very, very soon, although personally I would like Io to keep the strap. And the last match that I have for this show is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Big Time Bex, the man, is back. Of course, winning the Women's Tag Team Championships with Lyra at WrestleMania 41 Night 2. Of course, though, the titles were dropped the following night on Raw, and of course, the old champions became the new champions in Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, which cost Becky Lynch to turn on Lyra Valkyria. Now, there's a big story, a big history with Becky and Lyra, one that I think that WWE should take their time to tell, and I think personally a match for the Women's IC title would be great to see on a PLE, and also Becky Lynch going for that title immediately makes it feel a lot more prestigious. And to give an early prediction, I would say that I think Becky would win that championship as well, and it just then gives a purpose for Lyra to want to win it back, and we can continue that story going over the next couple of months, potentially all the way until SummerSlam in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. So that's my Backlash 2025 match card predicted. It's now time for you to get your creative pencils out and let me know what matches you think will be taking place now in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share with a friend, subscribe as well, and if you want more from the channel, check out these videos on the side of your screen right now. The WrestleMania 41 Night 1 and Night 2 review, along with the latest live Q&A as well, discussing the return to WWE for one Aleister Black. What would he be getting up to? Find out now by clicking on the side of your screen. Thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you for the next video.